Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Friday, September the 11th. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence.
And today for our moment of silence, we are honoring the victims of 9/11. So we're going to just take a little extra time today for our moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, boys and girls,
You
thank
may be
you.
seated.
You may be seated.
So I don't even know, you guys may not know a whole lot about 9/11.
Probably not.
But this happened in 2001, so it was 19 years ago.
Mhm.
I was actually in college 19 years ago. That is so crazy.
I was not. I remember I was at my babysitter's house.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that you just, when something like this happens, you just remember exactly where you were. And it was a long, long time ago, but there were some really horrible things that happened to our country. And there were some airplanes that took down the Twin Towers in New York City. And there was another airplane that crashed into the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. And then there was another one that came down in Pennsylvania, I think. And there were a lot of Americans that were impacted by that. And there were a lot of first responders who were heroes on that day. And they also saved a lot of lives. But that was a very sad day. And that's why we wanted to just take a moment to remember that event in our history today. So, moving on to the theme,
Okay.
being open-minded.
Ooh.
Love it, open-minded. So I'm going to ask Miss Labuta the question, what does being open-minded mean to you, Miss Labuta?
Well, as we talked about earlier, open-minded means being accepting other people's viewpoints and suggestions. And so oftentimes, actually, we've been spending a lot of time in quarantine, meaning we're spending a lot of time with the same people over and over and over again. And sometimes it can be hard to accept their ideas after a while because you're just kind of ready to be with other people. And so lately, I've been spending a lot of time with Mr. Bernard because we've been in quarantine now for almost 6 months.
Wow.
And so I really had to reflect and be open-minded and accepting of his ideas and suggestions even more so because really those are the only suggestions that I hear a lot of the time because it's just the two of us at home.
That's a good point.
Just taking patience with one another and because it is getting a little hard staying home every day with the same people. So
Yeah, it's very challenging.
It
I'm
is.
happy to be back at Campbellview.
Me too. It's nice to be open-minded with Miss O'Brien now.
Yep. Okay, boys and girls. So I know on Wednesday we talked about our book fair, and our book fair is continuing. But we also have the Zags fundraiser, so that's something that's really fun. And I sent that information out to your parents on Dojo, and your teachers are pumping it up as well. And there's so many fun things you can get. There's cookie dough, there's popcorn, there's all these like really cool sports cups. And it's a PTO fundraiser, so a portion of everything that we raise will come directly back to the school. And I'm going to take a look this weekend. I think I might get a couple things.
Me too. There's a lot of little knickknacks that would be good for our office, but the popcorn, it's the kind that comes in the triangle funnel bag, and that's like the best popcorn
Just
ever.
because you love snacks.
I do love snacks.
And I love cookie dough. So I think I'm going to get some cookie dough, just saying.
That's a good idea. The last thing, or there's a couple more things. Finally, today is the last day for your parents to submit whether or not they want you to stay home through December for virtual learning. So make sure moms and dads, grandmas, grandpas, whomever, make that decision because today that will close. And if you do not submit that you want your child to stay home, that they would default to actually being brick and mortar, meaning they would be coming to school. So just today's the final day for that.
And happy birthday to Miss Jones.
Woohoo!
It's Miss Jones' 21st birthday today.
We hope that your boyfriend spoils you this weekend and takes you out to maybe some nice dinner or snacks.
I know Miss Jones, I think last year she had a steak dinner. I think she likes steak.
Ooh, steak's good. We'll have to ask Miss Jones on Monday.
Or maybe just takeout since, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Who knows?
Steak takeout. Okay, boys and girls, this weekend there's some fun family events that you can do with your family in the Phoenix area. at the Botanical Gardens. They are having a flashlight night. So if you are interested in that, that's this Saturday. Sporkle is an online website that you can sign up for trivia with your family and play people in the area, and it's pretty fun. I've actually done it with my family a couple of times. We love it.
Who's the best at trivia in your family?
Ooh, that's a good question. I feel like we all collaborate together and bring in all of our knowledge. So I'm good at like history, Mr. Bernard's good at sports, my sister loves movies, so we kind of all just collaborate together, and it's like 5 brains become one.
Wow.
That's how we do it. Okay, and then last but not least, this is something I'm so excited for, and Mrs. O'Brien and I were talking about it. If you have Disney Plus, Mulan, which came out when I was a lot younger, and so were you, Miss O'Brien, the original. But they have a new Mulan, and it's coming out on Disney Plus, so check that out. And
I've actually never seen Mulan.
oh my gosh, the
Never.
soundtrack to
I never even saw the original.
it's probably the best singing songs I've ever heard for Mulan.
Better than
Little Mermaid?
The Little Mermaid?
They're very, very good.
Whoa, that's
Was
a
it-
big, bold statement.
I know, maybe it was a little too bold, but I have to say, they are so good, and if I had a better voice, I would sing for you right now. But I don't want to hurt your ears. Okay, do you want to do the fun fact?
Oh my gosh, I can't even believe this. This is a fun fact. A shrimp's heart is in its brain.
Oh my goodness.
I can't even wrap my head around
So
that.
the brain and the heart share a spot.
I wonder if it's because it's so small.
I don't know. Do you think is located here then? If their heart's not there.
I don't know.
Interesting. If anyone wants to Google that and let Miss O'Brien and I know, we'd be happy to learn more about a shrimp.
Cool.
Okay, boys and girls, remember to follow your Cubs expectations both at home and if you're at school, so that our vision can come true.
And our vision is, in an ever-changing world, we can lead, we can learn, we can inspire.
Thanks, and have a
Yes kind of day, and a great weekend.